Hi everyone, good evening, welcome, and thank you for joining us for today's session. My name is Swapnil, and I'm the host for the day. Today we will talk about how to drive business innovation with the next era of Intelligent Cloud ERP. This session will cover why businesses today need to adopt cutting-edge business models and how SAP S/4HANA Cloud is the only tool you need to make the kind of future-proof decisions that are in your company's greatest financial interest now and in the long run. Well, our esteemed speakers will speak more about this. So let me introduce uh, and welcome our speakers for today. First, we have Mr. Ankur Dey. Mr. Ankur Dey is currently working with SAP as the business development lead for S/4HANA Cloud in Asia Pacific, Japan. He has been giving advice to CXO and business leaders for more than 15 years on how to use technology to change their businesses around the world and in different industries. He has been with SAP for over 5 years, and prior to that, he held management consulting positions at Deloitte, Rockwool International, and Reliance Industry Limited. We then have Mr. Vedi as our second speaker. Mr. Vedi has spent over 2 decades bridging the gap between IT and business operations. Since he has worked in the CPG and automotive sectors for so long, he brings extensive knowledge in sales, field service, and supply chain. He has experience developing organizational capacities from his time at TVS Motors and PepsiCo, where he worked in both IT and functional areas. During his time at TCS, Capgemini, and Mindtree, where he worked with a lot of international clients and SAP solutions. To date, he has completed large-scale transformation initiative, service transitions, and managed services. His experience in consulting and pre-sales is an asset. At Blueprint Technology, he oversees pre-solutions and capability development. Before we begin the session, if you have any questions during the webinar, please type them in the Q&A tab, and we will be addressing them during the Q&A part. So without further ado, I will request Ankur sir to start with today's session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Swapnil. I hope I'm audible to everyone on the call, and I hope I'm visible as well. I'll just quickly share my screen and get started with our session right away. So a very warm good afternoon to everyone on the call. I am Ankur, working with SAP as the Asia Pacific Japan lead for business development for S/4HANA Cloud. So I'll be kind of taking you through what exactly do we mean by a cloud solution and a cloud ERP, and how exactly it can help benefit your business over the next I'll say 25 odd minutes. But before I jump into what exactly is a cloud solution, I would like to kind of let's say share a particular experience with you, or rather ask you. Let's say if I were to ask all the attendees present over here, like, do you like watching movies at home? I'm pretty sure most of us would say yes, that yes, we do like watching movies at home. And how exactly has this movie watching experience transformed over the last, I'd say, 25 to 30 years? Well, if you're someone like me who grew up during the 1980s and the 1990s, then watching movies at home would mean that first you would have to actually go to the VCR store or the video cassette shop. And once you're inside the shop, then you basically go through all the collection that the shop may have or may not have. You try to choose which movie you want to watch. You come home with that movie. You put that movie inside, or you put that video cassette inside a VCR player. So the VCR player would be connected with the TV, and we kind of plug in the VCR cassette inside the player, and then the movie starts playing. So while I'll say this was only you can say the steps that we have to do while trying to watch a movie, above and beyond this, like in between the movies that we would watch, we would also have to make sure that we clean that VCR player. We would actually kind of get these VCR cleaning cassettes with these solutions, which we would have to kind of run from time to time, let's say once a week or once a month, to make sure that the VCR player itself is clean and in good health. Then over and above that, let's say if you were really, I'll say, very much into watching movies, then you would kind of, not just rent movies from the shop, you might also buy a lot of different, I'd say, video cassettes. And then at home, you would probably need a cupboard like this to house all the different video cassettes that you have bought or rented. So essentially, if I were to kind of, summarize this entire experience, number one, you would have to invest in infrastructure, whether it is the VCR player or whether it is, a cabinet like this to hold all the VCR cassettes. You would have to invest time and effort into maintaining that setup. Let's say, like I said, you would have to clean your, VCR player both internally and externally from time to time. And let's say, for example, if there is a change in technology, let's say the model which you're using today, the VCR player which you're using today, is no longer, relevant because the players have upgraded. Let's say instead of and actually we witnessed that from video cassette players, we moved to CDs, and from CDs we moved to DVDs. So that way we also had to upgrade the technology that we were using to view those movies. We had to move from VCR players to CD players to DVD players. So basically you found yourself always, having to upgrade to a newer model as and when the technology changed. And of course, no mobility. So when I say no mobility, I mean that you were kind of, confined to your own house in your living room or bedroom, as in wherever the TV and VCR set or DVD set is kept. You would have to be physically present over there to watch the movie and to enjoy the movie. And also there was no added intelligence in this entire experience. And as in all the intelligence was yours. You would have to decide which movie to choose. You would have to kind of, plug in that movie. You would also have to decide when it is time to upgrade your hardware or your entire system. Now, fast forward to 2022. How do most of us, or I'm pretty sure maybe all of us, watch movies today? We use these streaming apps which are available like Netflix, Amazon Prime, the Hotstars of the world. And if we look at, this particular experience, how it has changed compared to what used to be the case in the 80s and the 90s, well, number one, it's very easy to use. You can just kind of download Netflix on your phone or TV or any other smart device on your laptop, and you can just install. It's just plug and play. And also, this entire plug and play service is available based on I'll say, subscription model. As in, you don't have to kind of, pay upfront pay upfront money. Like in the olden days, in the 80s and the 90s, you would have to kind of, buy the DVD or buy the CD or buy the video cassette. Here, we don't have to buy any particular movie. We just kind of, buy the service. Or I'll say not even buy the service, I'll say we subscribe. We basically choose a plan. We want the basic plan or the advanced plan or the, complete, umbrella plan. We choose which plan we want to subscribe to. And as per that plan, we get access to so many different movies. And of course, you also have this, I'll say, intelligence, which is built into the Netflix or Amazon Prime and Hotstar apps, which kind of tells you or suggests you what should be the next movie that you can watch based on your movie watching history. So there is a good amount of intelligence in the solution. And also when it comes to upgrades and updates, the streaming app handles that on its own. Like, let's say if if it has to be upgraded, if Netflix, the app that you're using on your phone or TV or tablet, if that has to be upgraded, Netflix takes care of that automatically. As in, you don't have to go and kind of worry about upgrading to a newer model. The app itself will auto update based on the latest features and technology available. So essentially what this means, if I compare this particular experience, the Netflix experience, to the video cassette experience, number one, there is zero maintenance. It is easy and convenient. Like I said, just plug and play, no headache of trying to kind of install a VCR player or a DVD player, going to the market and buying the, video cassettes or the DVDs. It is very easy and convenient, just plug and play. And of course, it also comes with intelligence. It is an intelligent solution or an intelligent app, which actually gives you suggestions of what you should be doing in the future, or how you should be using it, or how you can use it better in the future. So essentially, I would like to kind of, call Netflix a cloud solution for entertainment, as opposed to the on-premise solution that we would use back in the 80s and the 90s. So essentially, the way Netflix is a cloud solution for entertainment, in the same way, SAP also has a cloud solution for running your business, which we call as SAP S/4HANA Cloud or Rise with SAP S/4HANA Cloud. So essentially, this cloud solution from SAP, it transforms a traditional business enterprise into what we call as an intelligent enterprise. And this entire transformation is available as a service. And what do we mean by this particular transformation, or what do we mean by an intelligent enterprise? So essentially, once you embark on this cloud transformation journey with SAP and transform into an intelligent enterprise, you will be able to become more competitive in the market and even become a market leader. You can reduce your supply chain spend. In fact, that is just one of the examples of cost reduction that you will be able to experience. And the best part is that this entire journey or this entire transformation is available on a subscription basis, and you don't need to buy the entire solution upfront with a significant capital investment. You can just kind of your entire transformation, digital transformation, can be moved to OPEX from CAPEX. And then once you have actually undergone this transformation, if I just elaborate on how does it actually help your business improve, you will actually be seeing improvements all across your financials, whether it is top line, bottom line, or green line. In bottom line, if I take the most common example which is experienced by businesses is number one, like let's say they are able to kind of get much better insights into their margins, as in where they are making money, where you are losing money as a business. And as a result of that, you can focus on how to grow your business in the future. You can kind of take decisions based on whatever inputs, based on whatever information you're getting from the system. You can actually choose to invest in high margin products and high margin markets, and thereby maximizing your ROI. At the same time, another, I'll say, common benefit which is achieved by businesses is with respect to reduction in working capital and also your overall working capital cost itself. So how that is achieved, we will touch upon that in a little bit more detail later. Now, next, if I have to talk about top line, again, based on once you have transformed into an intelligent enterprise and are using SAP S/4HANA Cloud to actually run your business, you will be getting insights into your revenue as well. And you can actually see how well your business is performing, or where exactly you're getting revenue and where exactly you are not making revenue. And as a result of that, you can choose to focus on those products, those markets, those customers, which are actually helping you with revenue growth. And as a result of that, you will also be able to increase your market share. And as a result of this improved financial performance, you will be able to experience much better investor confidence. As in investors, as we know, especially in the climate that we have today, given the whole inflation and I'd say financial markets situation that we have today, investors are also looking for businesses which have a steady revenue growth while kind of keeping margins and collections on let's say in full efficiency. And of course, last but not the least, the green line, which is basically as a Rise with SAP S/4HANA Cloud also helps you to transform into a more greener business by helping you reduce your carbon footprint by going digital and paperless. So these are, I'll say, the main benefits that you would experience as a business as a result of this journey. Now, what exactly does this, I'll say, cloud solution that I'm talking about, Rise with S/4HANA Cloud, what exactly does it contain in terms of offerings? So this is, I'll say, just a very high overview of what is available as part of this package that I'm talking about. So number one, infrastructure and operations. So like I said, you will not have to kind of worry about what hardware do I need to buy, what should be the specifications of that hardware. All of that has been kind of taken off that plate. SAP is managing that. So basically, SAP is giving you not only an ERP solution, okay, which can manage your day-to-day business operations like order to cash, procure to pay, financial reporting, production planning, MRP, production execution. Over and above that software, SAP is also providing the infrastructure which is necessary to host that software. And along with that, whatever operations are required to maintain that infrastructure and upgrade that infrastructure, that also is being provided by SAP as part of this package. And then, of course, apart from, I'll say, the core ERP solution itself, there are several other, I'll say, add-on solutions which are available to enrich the entire intelligence which is offered. Like we have the business technology platform, which is nothing but a collection of the latest artificial intelligence, machine learning, and analytics technologies that are available in the market. And those technologies can be applied on the standard core processes in S/4HANA Cloud to make them more efficient and more intelligent. Similarly, we also have something called as business network. So business network is nothing but it is an actual online network of several, I'll say, of several companies in order to kind of, enable them to trade with each other or do business with each other. So let's say the Ariba business network is basically a vast network of suppliers. So you already have several, I'll say, lakhs of suppliers who are onboarded on the Ariba business network across different categories, whether it is, an IT supplier or a commodity supplier and or any other kind of, let's say, service supplier. So across different categories, you have, I'll say, registered vendors who are already onboarded on the Ariba business network. And if you kind of subscribe to this Ariba business network, then you will also have access to this entire pool of suppliers, and you can go ahead and start engaging them for your business. Similarly, for logistics also, we have a business network where, as a 3PL logistics providers are onboarded, the likes of DHL, Blue Dart, etc. And you can also kind of, if you subscribe to that network, then you can also get access to that entire 3PL pool and do business with them. So this is, again, I'll say at a very high level, I'm trying to give a snapshot of the kind of services and technology which is available to businesses as part of this S/4HANA Rise with S/4HANA Cloud package. And if I once again kind of drill down on the specific benefits that you will experience. So number one, there are technology benefits and there are also business benefits. I touched upon the business benefits a couple of slides ago when I spoke about the top line and the bottom line and the green line. But if I speak about the technology benefits, which are mentioned on this slide, so number one, lower cost. This is actually a mix of technology as well as business benefit. So this is basically your TCO. Your entire TCO will be much lower if you are on a cloud solution like SAP S/4HANA Cloud, because number one, there is no upfront investment involved. It is entire, I'll say, an annual subscription. So you can basically move the entire spend to OPEX from CAPEX. Secondly, also, like I said, because SAP is managing the entire hardware, there is also economies of scale involved, which are transferred to the customer, and hence the entire package is available at a lower cost compared to, let's say, if you were to build your own exclusive system with your own exclusive hardware and software. Number two, flexible and fast implementation. Because it's a cloud solution, it's plug and play. There are, I'll say, several processes which are already pre-configured, which you can just kind of, plug and play for your business. So we have actually seen businesses going live in, within a quarter, like within 3 months or within 4 months with this solution. And also another very important point which I would like to mention is access to new technologies and access to new functionalities. So because this entire hardware and software is being maintained by SAP, you as a business do not have to worry about upgrades and making sure that you are up to date with the latest technology in the market. SAP itself takes care of that. It is continuously, SAP will be continuously upgrading the hardware as well as the software, periodically, and the entire schedule for the upgrade is also published. So essentially here, number one is that you don't have to worry about the upgrades. You don't have to invest time, effort, and manpower into upgrading your hardware and software. SAP will do it. And also you can kind of, as a result of this, you can also be rest assured that you will always be on the latest technology, which is there in the market, and have access to the latest functions and I'll say features and functionalities. Another, I'll say, point that I would like to make over here is that it's mobile, this entire solution that we're talking about. So essentially what it means is that you're not confined to your desktop or your laptop. You can access your ERP cloud solution, which is S/4HANA Cloud, from a mobile device, whether it be an Android device or an Apple device, a phone or a tablet, iPad, anything. And so essentially what that means is that You might not be in office, you might be working from home, or you might be on business travel, but business doesn't stop because of that. You will always have access to your, I'll say, you'll always have access to your business operations, even when you're on the move. Then again, scalability. By scalability, what we mean is that S/4HANA Cloud, while kind of, you might be, while it is able to address whatever business operations you have today, in the future, as and when your business grows, all those, I'll say, your expanded business can also be accommodated in the same solution. So it's not like it is something which which will be relevant only today. So like I said, there are like over and above the core core ERP package, there are several other, I'll say, industry specific add-on solutions which are available, which you can explore in the future as well, like, as and when your business scales up and becomes more complex. And then again, we have several business improvements. So some of these business improvements I have actually kind of mentioned on this slide. So let's say, for example, you can reduce your DSO, your days sales outstanding, because the system actually gives you a process to follow up with your with your customers to make sure that they are paying on time or before time, and you get that entire analysis about what is your total accounts receivable outstanding, how much of it is due already, how much of it is overdue, and what is the aging. So with all that information, you are actually able to collect your money much more efficiently from the market, and as a result of that, reduce your DSO, shrink your working capital, and also reduce your cost of working capital. Increasing profitability and revenue is again something which I touched upon earlier, wherein you get insights from the system which show you where exactly you're making money, where exactly you're losing money, whether it be across different business units, across different plants, across different products, across different market segments or customers. You will actually kind of get that entire drill down and slice and dice of your P&L, which actually gives you an idea of where you're making money and where you're losing money. And as a result of that, you can kind of focus on those, I'll say, products and segments which are giving you better return and growth. You can also help increase your resource utilization with the help of this entire, digitized operations. And as a result of that, you can increase your overall operational efficiency as well. And of course, these benefits I had already touched upon on the previous slide. So moving ahead, what I would like to show, like before I sign off, I would like to show you two videos. So these are actually demo videos about the solution, which show you the solution in action. The first video that I would like to run is called Best Run Profitability. So over here, what you will see is that how using S/4HANA Cloud, you can actually monitor profitability at an individual sales order level. So when you're actually booking an order from the market, from a customer, you can actually kind of, so as sales guys, we are always eager to kind of, give the best prices and best discounts to the customer. But then again, can finance actually have a check that, whether we are making profit on that order or not, given the kind of prices that sales wants to put in that order. So that's actually what this demo video is all about. So let me play the same so that you also get an idea of how S/4HANA Cloud kind of, works, and you can see it in action. So this video also has voiceover audio. Please let me know if the audio is not available at your end. Is the audio available, Swapnil?
No, sir. We are unable to hear this audio.
Okay. Is there anything over here that I have to select to make the audio available, or?
1 second.
Okay, just give me a moment. Let me stop share and try and reshare.
To financial transactions as they post in real time instead of delayed.
Audio is available now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. I'll just play this from the beginning. Thank you for being so patient, everyone.
What if you could have instant visibility to financial transactions as they post in real time instead of delayed financial data? SAP provides complete insight and transparency into financial performance in real time with a single source of the truth. In this demo, you will see how SAP will improve financial performance by providing full visibility to transaction details, which will lower the total cost of ownership with SAP's Universal Journal, giving you access to flexible reporting, and increase revenue while strengthening customer relationships. We will address this in a few simple steps. First, the account executive reviews the order and prioritizes it. Then, the financial analyst gains insight and acts on a profitability concern. Next, they predict customer net margin. Lastly, the account executive improves the customer experience, strengthening relationships by offering special incentive programs. As an account executive, you check to see what orders came in overnight from your self-service e-commerce portal. During this review, a customer calls, requesting to expedite their order. You search for it and see that it has not yet been picked. You checked pricing and everything is okay, because all of the discounts are business rule driven. Requesting the warehouse to process an expedited shipment allows you to stay agile with the sales process and seamlessly communicate across the organization. The warehouse employee picks and packs the order and puts it on the truck for delivery. Upon delivery, a customer invoice is automatically generated, which also creates the financial transaction with full visibility down to the order. As the financial accountant, you review profitability to ensure you are on course with company goals. The Universal Journal brings together the once separate components, financial accounting and controlling, into one pool of relevant business data. This single source of truth collects accounting relevant transactions and makes them available for all reporting and analysis. This reduces reconciliation efforts and the total cost of ownership. As the financial accountant, you review profitability to ensure you are on course with the goals of your company. You see that there is a decline in net profit margin, which is concerning. Noticing a large order was recently placed, you check the pricing and realize there is an erroneous discount. You note that the discount is no longer valid. In this case, we can absorb the error internally and have processes in place to avoid it in the future. Meanwhile, you see incoming sales orders and the prediction for the next 3 months. This not only allows you to predict next quarter's net profit margin, but also gives discount information based on future sales. You then notify the account executive of the eligible customer discounts with the current order schedule. As it turns out, you will not have to re-invoice the customer for the recent discount. Their incoming orders will more than boost your net profit margin. The account executive contacts them, strengthening the relationship, which leads to increased revenue. With SAP, you improve financial performance visibility, lower total cost of ownership with SAP's Universal Journal, and increase revenue by leveraging predictive insights. The best teams run SAP.
Right. So in this video, that's what we saw as to how, different departments, colleagues from different
further
departments,
learning from past success to ensure continuous growth.
My apologies. So in this video, like we saw, like how, colleagues from different departments like sales, warehouse, inventory, and finance are coming together to not only fulfill an order, which you have received from a customer, but also to ensure that the order is being fulfilled at a good margin, that we are protecting our margin while, growing our revenue as well. And also, like, not only for the current period, but also for the coming quarters, for the coming months, we can actually see that based on the orders that we have booked today, what will be our, revenue and margin projections for the coming months. Now, the next demo video, which I would like to, play for you, is called margin analysis, or essentially that's the theme or the message on that video. So while in the previous video, we saw how we are actually kind of monitoring the margin and revenue and profitability in a particular sales order, how do we do that at the entire macro level, at the company level? So let's say you are the CFO or the CEO, or you're part of the senior leadership team in the organization, then how do you exactly kind of get a report card for your entire company or for your entire group, which might have several companies and several business units? How do you kind of see where exactly your revenue is growing and where exactly your margin is growing, or are you losing revenue and margin in any particular area or product? So that's the entire, I'll say, theme of the next video that I'm going to play for you. I'll just come here. Let me maximize this and let me play.
Imagine measuring your profitability as easily as you measure your height. Like a tape measure for your business, a margin analysis tells you when, where, and how your business has grown. With SAP S/4HANA, you learn from past successes, pooling your transactions for a clear understanding of costs and profits on a single platform. Ensure continuous growth. Starting with your most profitable market segments, you want to know which brands are helping you grow. Combining data on sales, discounts, and costs, you see which lines are performing well, redirecting your time and resources towards the products people love most. You effortlessly review the numbers of class and unit, further learning from past success to ensure continuous growth. Identify sources of profitability. To tap into customers' unique desires and increase profits, you perform a margin analysis by segment and customer group. You do this with ease, with information at the most granular level available for review. If you see something odd, drill down from the report to individual transactions and quickly resolve the issue. Identify sources of profitability with full flexibility, allowing you to adapt in the face of rising costs on your own terms. Protect against cost creep. Use multiple drivers to allocate costs to products, channels, and distribution centers based not on guesswork, but actual consumption of resources. You apply advanced costing methods to easily monitor and react to rising expenses. Visualize where your money is going to protect against cost creep and keep your business in the black. A margin analysis is like a tape measure for your business. With SAP, you easily measure what's working and repeat it to ensure continuous growth.
Right. So we can actually, S/4HANA Cloud actually will help you analyze your margins, not only at the, let's say, group level or company level, but as you saw in the video, from the group level or company level report, you can also drill down right to the source transaction, which might be, let's say, a sales order, or let's say a purchase order, or any other kind of transaction, which is, which is contributing to that revenue or margin number that you see in the summary report. So that way, there is another, I'll say a very unique and helpful aspect that we have in S/4HANA Cloud, because it's like one single system to do your transactions and also for your reporting. So that's why, like, from the report itself, you can drill down to the source transactions. And this is kind of available not just for profit margins, but for any other kind of KPIs. It might be, let's say, you have standard dashboards for inventory turnover analysis. So from your overall inventory turnover analysis for your entire company or for your group, you can actually drill down to the individual, I'll say, goods received documents or goods issued documents that are contributing to that entire inventory turnover analysis that you're seeing. I would just like to sign off with this message that essentially what SAP S/4HANA Cloud will enable you, it will basically help you to exceed your customer expectations. You will be able to deliver, or I'll say fulfill your customers' orders, whether it might be products or services that you're, delivering to them. You will be able to, deliver with much more efficiency at a lower cost, while being able to increase your capacity as well. And you will be able to kind of enable this entire transformation and change while reducing risk, because like I said, the entire, I'd say, hardware and software maintenance of the same and management and upgrade of the same is handled by SAP itself. So there is kind of no risk on your plate to try and manage this entire hardware and software. And you can, as a result of this, transform your business and realize much higher growth in both revenue as well as margins. So with that, I would like to sign off and hand off to Vaidi to take you through the rest of the afternoon. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Thank you, Ankur, for providing a good overview of cloud capabilities, what it can bring to the business, and also highlighting the capabilities what S4HANA can bring it in the business transformation. So what I want to cover now is to introduce quickly about our organization. And yeah, after that, maybe we can take the questions from you. I had a couple of questions which I answered. If you have more questions, please continue to post those questions. We will respond during the session. Okay. So let me know once you are able to see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just want to give a quick introduction about ourselves. We are Blueprint Technologies. We are a partner focusing on SAP solutions. Those who are already familiar with SAP, you know that the product is provided by SAP. Usually the implementation services are provided by partners. Sorry. So we are a gold partner. We are in the business for last 12 years. We focus on cloud solutions. The intelligent enterprise, that is what we are talking about today. We focus on S4HANA, SAC, all the analytic solutions, and also the integration. That is what we focus on the intelligent enterprise side. Also, we have capabilities on the workforce transformation. That is what we see various cloud products of SAP available there, and also on the customer experience. From an implementation perspective, all these solutions, we have done 70 implementations globally. Currently, we have close to 100 plus customers, and we have an employee strength of 260 employees. We are based out in Bangalore. If you look at it from our perspective, we have got multiple recognition awards during the last year. So if we go back to the customer and ask, what is that customer will tell you? Two things. One is agility. Wherever you have a requirement, how we can quickly adapt to your requirements. That's one, we see our strength. Second, we are also flexible and easy to work with the customer. Yes, so we are also great places to work certified. We are the early adopters of any of the new technologies. We also have backed multiple awards on the learning categories. So that's also pointers that we are very good in picking up all the latest new technologies which are coming out of SAP. Okay, so from Ankur already covered on the cloud journey on what is that. So what I want to talk about today is possibly there can be three approaches for the customer to move into the cloud and how we can assist you in this journey. The first one is a new implementation, which is what Ankur was talking about. This can be a greenfield implementation where you don't have a solution, ERP solution. You are looking for moving into a cloud solution. So that can be one of the profile of the customers who are looking at new implementation. Second, you are a customer already. You are having a SAP solution already available with you, but you have a new entity coming up. You want to start with a fresh, clean state. You are looking at a greenfield implementation. So those are all the areas where you have a public cloud coming in. That is where we can help you. So typically the services we provide to the customer is to tell about the product capabilities, give them the overview of comparison of the product features, and also map to the requirements, and also provide a view on what can be the business value you can drive out of this implementation. Those are all the type of the work we also do to help the customer during the implementation. The second part, if you are an existing customer, so then you want to move to S4HANA Cloud as part of your transformation, we can also help you in moving your current SAP ERP space also to S4HANA Cloud, either on whether it can be a solution or it can be an on-prem. The third, if you are this is what we saw during the pandemic. The customer didn't have time. They had stretched infrastructures. They wanted to move the solution as is without any changes in the solution stack. So we also help a lot of customers in moving their current SAP ECC landscape into on-prem from an on-prem solution to a cloud solution. So I want to touch upon quickly on a couple of topics. This is on the business technology platform. This is a platform which is developed by SAP, which brings you a platform to differentiate in the marketplace by building new solution, to have your automation capabilities, building the integration with various SAP and non-SAP systems, and have your analytics. Right? This is a single shop for you, which will help you in driving the innovation, not only within your enterprises, beyond your enterprises. That is the platform which SAP offers. So we have been pretty active in this space. We have built some of the solutions I will not cover in detail. This is a glimpse of the solution what we have. So we have developed a custom portal for integrating a freight carrier. The requirement was customer was in public cloud. He wanted to develop a portal and integrate to the various transporters so that they get to know about the availability, when the truck will be available, what time they can plan, those type of things. This is possible where you can integrate this solution to the backend system, right? And we have also built some solution on some of the solutions using UI, where customer wants an uplift of the UI, where they want the current solution, they want to upgrade. Those are all the things we have developed. And some of the cases, customer is looking for a shop floor automation also using the barcode scans. That also we have enabled it. So those are also a couple of solutions which is done as part of the application development within the BTP. And these are all cases on the automation side where we have. So these are all just to give you a glimpse on the capabilities. These are all things can be customized, can be developed to meet your requirements. So this is a blue part. What we have done is we have done a chatbot using the conversational AI capabilities, especially in the recruitment and onboarding models, to reduce the time involved. And we also have Bob, which is our solution where it is being used by our sales executive to register the lead and opportunities. And we also have some of the solutions like Bright, which is even though you are in SAP ECC system, you want to make use of this BTP platform and looking for some automation. Those are all the solutions also can be developed. Right? And the other one is on the people science, on the data analytics front. We have a solution on the people science by integrating the SAP SuccessFactors and your data to have a predictive capabilities. And we also have a planning solution which can help you in streamlining your planning process, giving you a good visibility on your budgeting. Those are all the solutions also we have developed, all under the BTP platform. So to give you a glimpse of our customer base, this is a selective customer base, what we are working at. You can see you have customers across manufacturing, pharma, new age companies, all customers, all sectors we cover. So that's broadly that I want to just cover from our capability perspective. I leave the floor open for you if you have any questions, or if you want to get into any more details, you're free to ask the questions now. Thank you.
So we have one question. I will just read it
maybe
out.
I will read it out and I can respond. Maybe Ankur also can add in. So what would be the best option for a complex manufacturing process on-prem and cloud? I think this is a pretty subjective question. From a cloud perspective, there are a lot of manufacturing capabilities already available. And there are a lot of sectors which are already there. For example, if you are into industrial manufacturing, yes, your processes are addressed. If you are into SAP also, while proposing a solution, we do a process called a digital discovery assessment, which looks at your process and also look at a fit of the solution. If your solution, if you have a complex manufacturing process where the cloud solution cannot meet your requirement, then there is a private cloud edition which is available within in S4HANA. So that will help you in meeting your requirement, right? So this basically we do a due diligence, then arrive at what can be the best solution to meet your requirements. Yeah, that's for question number one. Question number two, what is the major difference between on-prem and cloud ERP? Okay, so this is, so now if you look at it, it's all starting with cloud mindset. How do I adopt the best practices where SAP is providing at a periodical basis? If you look at the type of product innovation that is coming in cloud ERP, I would like to make use of it and I want to build, right? That is the cloud mindset. If you are looking at it, so then basically cloud is a solution. It also has a capability to address most of your requirements. But if you say that my manufacturing is my core process and this is going to be my layer of differentiation, I want to build a heavy customization on my manufacturing process, right? If this is a requirement that you have on the table, yeah, that is where we need to look at it on a cloud solution. So cloud also, there are two versions to make it clear. One is a SaaS solution. That is what we are referring to in our demo today. So that means the software, the infrastructure, everything is owned by SAP. And there is also a private cloud edition where you have an infrastructure which is provided by cloud partners, and the application, you have a flexibility to customize the solution, right? So that is our going in option. If your customization is heavy, and if you are looking at a differentiation, you want to retain that, yes, that can be a solution. And even within public cloud, also there are extension options available. It doesn't mean that if I have a customization, I need to get into a private cloud. There are side-by-side extensibility options available where you can build those customization outside your public cloud environment and you can integrate it back into that. So basically, a lot of functionalities are available, and we need to evaluate all the options to decide basically what can be the solution that can fit your requirement. Right? Add-on features, yes. See, on-prem, right now, if you are in a cloud journey, on-prem will be the last option because we see that that is not going forward a solution which you will be able to sustain with the type of changes that is coming in. So SAP right now, if you look at RISE with SAP, is moving you to the cloud, right? It is either a public cloud or a private cloud. That is what it talks about. If there are exceptional scenarios where on-premise is required, that comes as a next option after due diligence, then on-prem solution can also be done. Right? What will be the development done by SAP from our side? Developments will be done by, if you are referring to a public cloud solution, there are some of the configurations which will be managed by SAP. The developments will be done by the partners. If you are looking at a private cloud environment, the development will be done by the partners. So, Ankur, do you want to add anything to what I said?
No, Vedi, I think you have covered it beautifully. So nothing further from my side.
Swapnil, I think we have answered all the questions.
Yes, yes. So it's just I to thank you, Ankur sir and Vedi sir, for the insightful session on behalf of Blueprint Technologies and SAP. We appreciate everyone for joining today's session. Before we sign off, we'd just like a quick feedback to our poll. We will wait for a few more seconds. We are getting quite a good response. Okay, once again, thank you, Ankur sir and Vedi sir, for the power pack session, and thank you, audience, for joining. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely evening.